Okay, so we're back and the new lens didn't do anything, so we'll have to push through this one. I'll see if I can, I don't know, change my angle so it'll focus better, but yeah, this pseudobulb is trying. It's putting out some, just 3 roots so far. So hoping it'll pull through. I've never seen it bloom before, so I hope it doesn't die on me. Alright, moving on. This one is a little weird grass-like orchid is in Epidendrum nocturnum. Okay. And it's supposed to be a nighttime bloomer, and the flower is supposed to be very fragrant. So that's neat. I bought it because it looks like grass or some sort of weed, which is really interesting. Let me turn it around. There is a tiny nubbin at the base there that's forming. I guess you should call these canes. So I think that's a new cane forming, which is cool because it doesn't look much right now. So any new growth would be much appreciated. Up right here, I have I bought this yesterday at Walmart for $2.50. It's really neat because the leaves are so plump. But this is a Pachyveria blue haze. I'll probably divide this out and I'll put probably the smaller division into my tiger pot plant over there. I really don't think those Pinguicula seeds going to do anything for me. Okay, moving on. This is another Phalaenopsis seedling. I think it's seedling, I don't know. But it's the Hitomi Watanabe number 15 Phalaenopsis. I just had a whole bunch of them come together. I had to repot some of these because my conditions are so dry here. They were sent to me on a mount, but I don't think I could really keep it alive on a mount here. So I just put it in a pot. The only exception are those kulas because they have a pretty consistent moisture microenvironment because those material is very porous. So the sphagnum moss on it will constantly wick out the water that's in there, so it'd be good for them. Alright, moving on, that is my dragon fruit seedlings from seeds that I've bought from a fruit from the supermarket. It's just growing. And next is a rescue from Lowe's. I didn't really take care of this, and look what happened. I bought this last year, but now I've gotten back into orchids since I'm not as work isn't as crazy. So here's these 2 new growths, and the leaves are forming, or I mean the pseudobulbs are forming, and the roots are forming as well. So I don't know, I have no idea what this looks like. I bought it on clearance and the flowers just, died away a long time ago. I just felt bad because I knew that we were just gonna dump it in the trash, the compost bin, so I just bought it. So we'll see where this goes. Alright, that's the first window, and moving on to the next window. This is also one of those rescue stuff that I've gotten. This one was rescued from my mom. I don't know where she got this one, but I think when she got it, it was this size, and then it's grown quite a bit since I've gotten it. This is the new pseudobulb, and it's developing a lot of roots. And I've never seen it bloom before, but I'm hoping whatever this is right here, it's going to become a flower spike. But it might be just wishful thinking, because there is a new pseudobulb that's growing off of it, so it might be diverting a lot of energy into this new pseudobulb. So I don't think it's going to happen, but I hope that it will. I hope that I'm wrong. Alright, moving on. Dendrobium. This Dendrobium have been in my possession for I don't know how long. Probably maybe sometime when I was in undergrad. That was a long time ago, but again, this one struggled a bit because of negligence on my part. I just didn't have much time last year, so it didn't really do well, and the growth just kept getting smaller and smaller. But right now it's developing a lot of new growth, and there's a keiki right here with developing roots that just kind of glowed on the base there. Looks really nice. I have seen this one bloom before, and it's a pretty generic pink Dendrobium flowers. I didn't really like it that much, but I have it, so I might as well take care of it, right? Alright, moving on. Another rescue one. It's just growing. I don't know what this is. I want to say it's Cattleya, but I could be wrong. It could be some weird thing. Never seen it bloom, but there's 3 pseudobulbs forming. One here, here, and here. It was attacked by mold recently, and I've dusted. I drenched it with hydrogen peroxide on the roots, and dust it with cinnamon, and it seems to be working. Here's some of the remnants of the cinnamon on the leaves. It smelled really good after I dusted it with cinnamon. But there are roots there right now. There's not a lot of root growth, but I think it's just putting a lot of energy on forming these new pseudobulbs, which is fine. I've never seen this one flower either, so yeah. Alright, moving on to the next little window. So this is the Paphyopedilum, the white Paphyopedilum that I have. The flower died. Here's the tag for it, the super long tag. I can see in there that there's a new fan that's developing. See? There. Right there. So that's cool. I should probably cut it off soon, but I'll just leave it there. I'm lazy. There's this fan that's on the side that it's not putting out flowers or anything, so I don't know what it's doing. Here's my Psychopsis, the very, very long flower spike. Oh, it's not focusing. There we go. I don't know if this constitutes as a secondary flower spike, but as you can see the main stem here, it got dried out, and then this one came in. So other than that, it's nothing. I don't see any new bulbs or anything, or yeah, pseudobulbs forming. It's really dark in there. Alright, here's another seedling of the Phalaenopsis. Hitomi Watanabe number 15. I don't think this one's gonna make it because I see the new leaf that it grew, it turned black. But it's still here, so let's keep it. Here's my tetraspis. Phalaenopsis tetraspis. Putting out a new leaf and roots, which is really nice. This is my NOID Phalaenopsis that has this pendant-like flowers. It's still going, hasn't died off or anything, which it might do soon since it's been so long like this. It's pretty crazy. This leaf came out during the bloom, when the bloom was opening up, and there's a new leaf that's coming in too. There's a lot of growth development in the roots. So I'm waiting for the flowers to die off so I can repot it, because it's still in the original media that it was purchased in. This is a Cattleya NOID. It's a division from another plant, or a clump of plants from my mom. Again, it hasn't bloomed because of, negligence, but there's this new pseudobulb and new roots. So right now it's just trying to establish itself in this new pot. So I'm just letting it do that. And this pseudobulb is sort of growing at an angle. So I turned it around opposite direction of the window so it'll straighten back up again. So I hope that it does that. Next one is that very interesting flowers, Phalaenopsis that I have. It's not in a pendant sort of growth like this one. It's very branchy, so it looks like a bouquet of Phalaenopsis. It looks really nice. I'm gonna move over to the next side. Here we go. It's pretty. So, new leaf. And here's the tag for it. Focus, yeah, there you go. Phalaenopsis Baldan's Kaleidoscope Golden Treasure. Okay. Moving on to the next window. This is a rescue orchid. RLC Toshie Pokai. It is not doing really well right now. Most of the roots have died off. It's potted in the same crappy medium or mixture that I bought, and all the roots died off. So I recently repotted it, and this new growth is just bigger, but I don't see any roots forming at the base there, so I am a little worried. So I'm hoping to see new roots forming in the next few days, or in the coming weeks. This is one of my mini Phalaenopsis NOID. It has mottled leaves, but since I gotten it, something, I don't know, the mottleness disappeared. You can see some evidence of the mottleness there. But the new leaves that it has developed during my care is not really modeled. I don't know why. It's healthy. It's putting out lots of new growth in the roots, but maybe this new leaf will have a lot of mottling. But it's like a pink flowers that's actually really fragrant. It smells like roses in the morning. It's very interesting. There's only a few hours of it being fragrant, and the rest of it, I can't really smell anything, but it's really, really nice. It's very subtle, fragrant. Hanging on the side here is my leafless orchid. It's the Kaleidoscope Sogo Vivien. Lots and lots of roots forming. Very, very cool stuff. I don't know what time of the year it normally flowers, but I'm just really happy that all these roots are growing. It's so weird. It doesn't sort of breaks my conception of what a plant is. Okay, moving on. This guy is my Aerangis, Cardinal Gem. You can see the flower spike developing there. I did a video recently. There's another flower spike in there, but can't seem to focus. Right where on the underside of the leaf is, but there's a new leaf forming. If you can see, if it will focus. Well, it's too small, but yeah, pretty cool plant. This one is a no ID Phalaenopsis. Again, it was in that terrible media that I had, and some of the roots died off, and the leaves, they're in terrible shape. They're all withered and dry and wrinkly. But I repotted since then, and this is what the flowers look like. This is what I do for my no ID Phalaenopsis or no ID plants. If they ever flowered, I take a picture of them and put on these tags so I remember them. And it's doing okay now since I've repotted it. It's a new leaf forming, and all the roots are progressing nicely. There's a new root in there too. This one may be my favorite Phalaenopsis. It is the very few Phalaenopsis that I still have a tag. Phalaenopsis Shinyi Diamond crossed with TTPS Sogo Pride. It's the yellow harlequin. So this one is one of my orchids that's in recovery. This guy is supposed to be pretty big, but because I didn't really take care of it last year, the leaves got smaller and smaller. But it's coming back up because there's all these new roots that are forming, like one there on the side. So you can find, there's those roots. There's a new one there. Wow, my camera's terrible. And some roots there. One there, and this leaf seems to be growing pretty big. It seemed like it would be bigger than the last one, so maybe it'll flower this year, who knows. Alright, so the last orchid that I have to show is this variegated Phalaenopsis. I bought it because of the leaves and the pink root tips. This is the Phalaenopsis Sogo Vivien variegated type. So it's growing nicely. It actually used to. This came up of was a keiki, a basil keiki that the nursery cut off and sold. But it's doing well. There's a new leaf forming. Well, the roots are going really well. I really need to repot this one, but I don't really know what to do since the roots have really grown into the pot. I have no idea how to get this out. See there too? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I have to cut it in pieces so I can free the roots from all those slits on the side. But it's going to be a hard one to repot. Alright, so that's pretty much it. This is my grow space that I have. I think as far as light is concerned, I think everyone gets adequate light, but it's the humidity that I have a problem with. So I do have that humidifier going, but I think it's not doing that much. Just because this room is pretty big. So I might have to get a second one, because usually the humidity in here is about 50-something%. And in the winter it gets to about 40 at best with this little guy going. So I probably need to invest in another one just to keep it maybe about 60, because otherwise I might have to water these guys for every maybe 3 days or something. And it seems like I've been doing that lately. But yeah, that'll be some investment later, but for now they seem to be okay. So that's it for this tour. I'm gonna go back to my coffee, finish it before it gets cold. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks. Bye.